Hi guys, it's Loey. Today's video is going to be a video on my must-have MAC cosmetic items. Now, this is something I've wanted to do for way too long, and honestly, I've always hesitated because I feel like over the years, MAC is slowly becoming less and less and less of a brand that people are as obsessed with as they once were. And I think that the reason it was so popular for so long was because it was this beautiful line in between drugstore and high-end makeup. And as drugstore products like prices began to climb, MAC products, you could spend like $8 on a drugstore lipstick or like $15 on a MAC lipstick, you know what I mean? So, it was very reasonable for people who wanted higher quality products, but it was also just really good quality makeup. And again, as the years have gone by, they've jacked up prices. I feel like in some instances, quality has dropped. And today I'm just going to come with you and tell you about the products that I still love, that I still use, and things that I still think are totally worth the hype for MAC. So let's start off with face products, and I don't have a foundation favorite from MAC. When I was in high school, I used to wear Studio Fix powder, like the foundation powder, and I loved it, and now it breaks me out really badly. So I don't really frequently buy like MAC foundation type of products. Maybe that'll change in the future. But one thing I seriously love so much from MAC are their freaking blushes. I would say that MAC blushes are my favorite. I just think that the pigmentation on them is beautiful. They're not too scary pigmented, but they also just, I don't know, they look really, really nice on the skin. They're not too powdery, not too dry, not too anything. A few of my favorite colors, this one was limited edition. It was Fleet Fast, and this was from Hey Sailor a couple years ago, and it was just a really beautiful coral. And then I have a Mortal Flower, which has been re-promoted several times, so I don't really think it's anything special. I kind of broke it, so the little plastic thing is coming out. It's just a light peach. And then a permanent blush option I have for you is one of my very favorites, and Allison of Amarique's introduced me to this. And it is called Gingerly. Sorry about that. Stunner is a totally different blush. Gingerly is just a kind of darkened peach color, and it looks beautiful as just a nude natural blush. Another item I truly love from MAC are their mineralized skin finishes. Now I have several of these, but by far my favorite is Lightscapade. This was recently, in the last couple of years, made permanent. And it's just a beautiful white gold highlighter, but it's just the most gorgeous champagne white golden highlight, and it just makes your face look alive and beautiful. These are a little bit on the expensive side. I think they've slowly climbed their way up to like the $30 range, but I think I've had mine for well over 2 years and I use it daily. I haven't even begun to hit pans, so they're definitely worth the investment for me anyways. Okay, so now moving into eyes, we have my crack. Like, MAC paint pots for me are an actual problem. I think at one point this sounds so disgusting, I literally had 12. You guys have no idea how much of my makeup like I've sold and recycled and stuff. If you watch my makeup collection and storage video, you know I don't keep stuff I don't use. So I had to slowly start getting rid of stuff. But my favorite colors of the MAC paint pots were definitely Rubenesque, and I've had Rubenesque for a long time. You can probably tell it's starting to dry out. But this is just a beautiful kind of coppery shade, and it's just absolutely stunning all over the lid. You can use it as a primer, you can use it as an eyeshadow. They don't crease. They wear absolutely forever. Often in the summer, I'll just wear Rubenesque on its own, but I also really liked this one, which was called Idyllic. And this one was a limited one, but it is just a soft kind of brownish red. These are just products I love so much, and honestly, I just think they're so versatile because a lot of the times you can't use an eyeshadow base as like an eyeshadow as well. You have to like either get a cream eyeshadow that's not going to budge, or you can get like an eyeshadow base that you have to top with powder. Another thing I really love from MAC, and I think that they're kind of overlooked now when you look at the fact that we have a palette for everything these days. We have Urban Decay palettes and stuff like that, and a lot of the times MAC eyeshadows don't get as much love as they once did. But they still are really fantastic quality. They're just more expensive now than perhaps, buying a 12 pan Naked 3 palette for $50. you have to buy each of these for like 15 or so. However, if you're looking for a unique shade, a couple that I really, really love are Motif eyeshadow from MAC. This one is beautiful. It's a kind of golden and pink duochrome. It is permanent, and I don't hear a lot of people talk about it. It's a very unique, like, neutral shade. And then I also, and this one's probably so played up, I love Club eyeshadow from MAC so much. It's just a green, like, gray shift eyeshadow, and it's beautiful. It's the most unique color, and every like way you turn your face, it's gonna look different. One more permanent shade I really wanted to mention was in here. It was just a limited edition like package, but this is permanent. It is Trax eyeshadow from MAC, and it's just this really, really beautiful, sorry I didn't quite get enough. It's a beautiful kind of brown shade that's quite purple, and it also has some gold shimmer throughout, and I really love it. I think that if you were going to get like MAC eyeshadows, those are three of my absolute favorites. I think that they're unique enough to warrant the price tag, and they're things that you may not have anywhere else in your collection. I've been told by other beauty bloggers I'm alone in this love affair. I really, really, really like the mineralized eyeshadows from MAC, and if you're expecting something super duper stinking pigmented, you're not going to get it with mineralized eyeshadows. But I like them for a soft, sheer application when I don't want something too much. But this eyeshadow was called Snow Season, and it's not unique by any sense. They've released this color time and time again with just a different name. It's just a light champagne, and I think now they have one in the permanent collection that's identical to this. I just think for something nice and shimmery and easy, this was a great shade. And like I said, they always have it in like some name variation. I really like the fluid lines from MAC as well. One that I have like continually repurchased is Macro Violet. And it is a soft kind of eggplant shade, and I don't know, it's kind of basic, but they don't smudge. They just look beautiful. They're very intensely pigmented. And the nice thing about these two is you get like your money's worth out of them. You can reheat them in the microwave and just let them re-solidify, and they'll be good to go. So I've had this one I think for over a year, and it definitely hasn't dried out or anything like that. My lip products from MAC are just incredible. So one product, I don't really know that I recommend their whole lip pencil range. I don't use lip pencils for the most part, but one that I really, really love is Cherry Lip Pencil by MAC. This is my red lip liner of choice. It is absolutely incredible. It's just a basic brick red, and it, you know, kind of acts as a barrier between your lips and your lipstick, or you can use it on its own and just top it off with a gloss because it is quite matte and very drying. But I think I've heard Candy Johnson talk about this. So many girls say amazing things about this, and it's so definitely worth the hype. I think it's amazing. And this, again, I'm not sure how I feel about the whole lip pencil range, but if you're looking for a red lip liner, I wholeheartedly recommend Cherry. I realized that I actually do not own a permanent lipstick from MAC, and yet they are one of my absolute favorite products from the entire brand, which is kind of weird. But two of my absolute favorites were the Love Goddess lipstick. This is from the Marilyn Monroe collection, and it's just a pink and red. This is my like red lip of choice. I go to this every single time. I love it to pieces. And then I also really loved Betty Bright from the Archie's Girls line. This one is just a kind of coral, bright neon peach, and I used this very recently in a spring makeup tutorial, and it's just one of my favorite shades. The MAC lipstick line is incredible, no matter what shade that you get. Maybe like the Frost range is not quite my thing, just because I'm not into like glittery, gritty lips. Other than that, however, every single lipstick I've tried from them has been moisturizing and beautiful on the lips. And they just wear comfortably. I think that the actual packaging of them is quite nice. That's very important to me, especially in lipstick, because it's gonna go in my bag, it's gonna get tossed around. And I've just never found one I didn't like. So MAC lipstick is another one that I just love. I also really, really like MAC lip glosses. I like the lip glasses. I know those aren't huge with a lot of people. I don't really think they're anything special, so I didn't include them in this. But I really like the cream sheen formula, and this was kind of a mini sample that I got, but this is Richer Lusher. And the cream sheens are just really creamy lip glosses. I think they're quite hydrating. They can be a tiny bit streaky, but as long as you put on like 2 or so coats, I think they look really nice. The main reason that I love them is they're a comfortable lip gloss to wear. However, I think that the NYX Butter Glosses are very similar in texture and they're like half of the price. But if you are looking for a lip gloss from MAC, I do think that the Cream Sheen line is really, really good. So that is it for my must-have MAC products, and I hope you all enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see this kind of idea with any other makeup brands. If you like to give the video a thumbs up so that I do know you enjoyed, subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And until my next video, I love you girls so much and I will talk to you later. Bye!